the pleasure of the Lordship, Shri Gaunata, Shri Radha Vallabh, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. Daily score report for Sunday, 13th of March. Books distributed. Matsya Mataji, 2 small, 1 Mahabig for 2.5 book points. Vishnu Prabhu, 3 big, 10 Mahabig for 23 book points. Anandvardhan Prabhu, 50 Mahabig for 100 book points. And Gopal Prabhu, 1 big, 16 Mahabig, 1 Śrīmad Bhāgavatam sets for 105 book points. That gives the daily total of 2 small, 4 big, 77 Mahabig, and 1 Śrīmad Bhāgavatam sets for 230.50 book points. Preaching score, Radha Chaibar, 68 guests for 797 Lakshmi points. Lakshmi liberated, Matsya Mataji, 18, Vishnu Prabhu, 207, member services, 252, Anandvardhan Prabhu, 600, Nand Gopal Prabhu, 685, and temple shop, 735 Lakshmi points. That gives the daily total of 2,497 Lakshmi points. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sankirtan Yakni ki jai.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya 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 Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Guru Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Banda Mohi Savadhan Mate. Banda mohi savadhan bate. Banda mohi savadhan bate. Jahara prasade bha e bhava toriya ja. Jahara prasade bha e bhava toriya ja. Krishna prapti hoye jaha hote. Krishna prapti hoye jaha hote. Krishna prapti hoye Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte te koriya kya Chitte te koriya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte te koriya kya Anna koriyo mane asha Anna koriyo Anna koriyo mane asha Anna koriyo mane asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो दे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो दे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो दे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान प्रभु दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय तो प्रक्षितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय तो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय तो प्रक्षितो प्रेम भक्ति होइले अविद्या विनाशयते प्रेम भक्ति विनाशयते प्रेम भक्ति होइले अविद्या विनाशयते वेदे गाय जहर चरितो वेदे गाय जहर चरितो वेदे श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु अधम जनार श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु लोके ना लोके जीवाना लोके ना लोके ना लोके जीवाना हाँ प्रभु करो दया दे हमारे पद छाया हाँ प्रभु करो दया दे हमारे पद छाया पद छाया हाँ प्रभु करो दया दे हमारे पद छाया प्रभु करो दया दे हमारे पद छाया हाँ प्रभु करो दया दे हमारे पद छाया प्रभु हमारे Padachaya, Hebeya Gushutri Bhuvana, Hebeya Gushutri Bhuvana, Hebeya Gushutri Bhuvana, Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana, Srila Prabhupada Pavana, Srila Gurudev Loila Charana, Srila Gurudev Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamini Namah. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. Paschatya Deshatarini. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jayo Shri Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Stop. Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare. Jayo Gaura Nitai, Jayo Gaura Nitai, Jayo Gaura Nitai, Jayo Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jayo Gaura Nitai. Jayo Jagannatha, Jayo Jagannatha, Jayo Baladeva, Jayo Subhadra. Jayo Subhadra. Jayo Radha Vallabh, Radha Vallabh Shri Radhe. Jayo Radha Shri Radhe. Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Jayo Shri Radhe. Jayo Radhe, Jayo Radhe, Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhams Parivacharya Stotas His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhams Parivacharya Stotas His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki Jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai. जय श्री राधा वल्लभ गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंज राधा कुंज गिरि गोवर्धन की जय. वृंदावन धाम की जय. मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय. जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय. गंगा माई की जय. जमुना माई की जय. भक्ति देवी की जय. तुलसी महारानी की जय. साम वेद भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय. श्री 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 जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय. श्री श्री राधा वल्लभ भगवान की जय. मेलबर्न महाप्रभु मंदिर की जय. संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय. जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So lucky to have you today. But good, wonderful. Nice to see you. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Vallabha Radhe. Jaya Radha Vallabha Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Devi. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Nithai Gaura Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nithai Gaura Hare Bol. Nithai Gaura Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Nithai Gaura Hare Bol. Gaura Premanande. Jaya Om Vishnupadaya Paramahamsa Parivrakracharya Astotara Abhaya Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Founder-Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Shri 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 Jagannatha Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. Shri 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 Gaurnitai ki jai. Shri 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 Radha Vallabha Bhagavani ki jai. Narasingha Bhagavani ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today, we are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 6, titled The Hamsa Goya Prayers, text number 42. Tam tatavanatam bhaktam Tam tatavanatam bhaktam Prajakamam prajapatim Prajakamam prajapatim Chittagnya sarvabhutanam Chittagnya sarvabhutanam Idam haha janardanaha Idam haha janardanaha Tam tatavanatam bhaktam Tam tatavanatam bhaktam Prajakamam prajapatim Prajakamam prajapatim Chittagnya sarvabhutanam Chittagnya sarvabhutanam Idam haha janardanaha Idam haha janardanaha Prajakamam prajapati idam haha janardanaha. Tam tatavatam bhaktam tam tatavanatam bhaktam chitta jnana sarva bhutana Matajis. Tam tatavanatam bhaktam prajakamam prajapatim chiddagnya sarvabhutana tam tatavanatam bhaktam prajakamam prajapatim chiddagnya sarvabhutanam idam haha janardana tam tatavanatam bhaktam prajakamam prajapatim chittagnya sarvabhutanam iham ahajana tam tatavanatam bhaktam prajakamam prajapatim chittagnya sarvabhutanam word-to-word translation. Tam, him, Prajapati Daksha. Tata, in that way. Avanatam, prostrated before him. Bhaktam, a great devotee. Prajakamam, desiring to increase the population. Prajapatim, unto the Prajapati Daksha. Chittagnya, one who can understand the hearts. Sarva Bhutanam, of all living entities. Idam, this, aha, said. Janardana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead who can appease everyone's desire. Only translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. There is no purport. Although Prajapati Daksha could not say anything when the Lord, who knows everyone's heart, saw his devotee prostrate in that manner and desiring to increase the population, he addressed him as follows. Text number 43. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prachetasa Mahabaha Samsiddhis Tapasya Bhavan Yak Chaddaya Mat Pranaya Mahi Bhavam Param Gata. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, very important verse, "O most fortunate Pracheta, because of your great faith in me, you have attained the supreme devotional ecstasy. Indeed, because of your austerities, combined with exalted devotion, your life is now successful. You have achieved complete perfection. So, this is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, let us repeat this translation. Yeah? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Oh, most fortunate Prachetas, because of your great faith in me, you have attained the supreme devotional ecstasy. Indeed, because of your austerities, combined with exalted devotion, your life is now successful. You have achieved complete perfection." Very short and sweet purport by Srila Prabhupada, and we are going to discuss based on this today. As the Lord Himself confirms in Bhagavad Gita 8.15, one reaches the highest perfection when he attains the fortune of realizing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mam upetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam napuvanti mahamanaha samsittim param gata. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Therefore, the Krishna conscious movement teaches one to follow the path towards topmost perfection simply by performing devotional service to Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Guruve Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Tadati Swapada. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, in the past, many speakers have explained or given preview of this chapter. Let us not keep on going again and again. So, we will start at one point, and then we will continue. Yeah? This is when Daksha was born to Prachetas, and what is the mother? Who is the mother of Prachetas? There are 10 sons of Prachiniya Bari. They are known as, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. Good. We've got a lot of questions today, yeah? You have to clear my doubts. So, the 10 sons of Prachiniya Bari are known as Prachetas. They married a Apsara girl. What is her name? Yeah, almost, yeah. What is that? Marisha. Yeah. So, through the union of Prachetas and Marisha, Daksha was born again in the 6th Manvantara, which is known as Chakshusa Manvantara. We recall back that Daksha was already born in the 1st Manvantara during the time of Swayambhuva Manu. Yes? Because of his misbehavior, disrespecting Mahadev, Lord Shiva, he was What has happened to him? Because of disrespecting. Yeah, he was killed, and again he has to take birth in the womb of Marisha. Offense. See? So this is what is the greatest punishment. If you have to born into the womb or into the mother, that is a rebirth. That is considered as a big offense. But in this case, but for us we take it very naturally. Yeah? Repeated birth and death. So Daksha, although he was in the first Manvantara, because he was disrespectful towards Lord Shiva, he made a big offense towards the Vaishnava, and therefore he was born back into the womb of Marisha in the sixth Manvantara. But all the time, from the first till the sixth Manvantara, he was meditating. So his austerity is very powerful. And now he is saying the Supreme Lord. Yes? Now, as he was born, Daksha being Prajapati, he was continuing his activities of creating universal population, including demigods, humans, and other living entities. He was doing his creation. At one point, he was not satisfied with his work because the population was not increasing as he desired. Because he was given a task. Sometimes we know, isn't it, that we have not completed our task. Because we got, as a project team leader, what do you have? You got milestones, and deadlines to achieve. Now Daksha felt that, yes, I have not achieved my deadline. And therefore, what did he do? Did he grab an Apple computer? What did he do? Dell computer? Then, what did he do? He did austerities. He did austerities, very severe austerities, worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then, to please the prayer of his devotee, Lord Vishnu appeared. So this is a context. We are fixing the context here where Daksha is having the darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay? As on. Now he is having a darshan. So the verse continues. Now, before we continue, I want to pose, because you have been attending Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, these kids, yeah, almost every day. Yes? So please clarify my questions. Yeah? She's already ready. Okay. Now, why did the Lord appear?
Because he did austerities.
Wow. Good. Very good. See, we are also doing austerities, okay? We are coming, we are chanting, we are associating with devotees. But why Krishna is not appearing in our front? Of course, Radha Ballabha is there in his Archa Vigraha form, but he's not coming in person like Daksha and talking to us. Although we are chanting Krishna's name. Why?
Because we still have purity in our heart.
Yes. See, very good. I think I'm getting all there. So you need not, guys, have to answer, okay? I'm getting answers from all these people. Yes. Because Krishna explains in 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 11. What did he say? As you surrender, I shall reward you accordingly. Yeah? Yes. Which means that our surrender is incomplete. Although we are trying to surrender, we have not placed the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes? Different levels. We are not satisfied the Lord. We are not pleased the Lord. And therefore, the Lord is not appearing in our front. Yes? And also, as she said, we have to purify ourselves. By chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Okay. Now, how did the Lord appear? It's given in the previous verse. How did he appear? Yes. 8-armed form as wanted by Daksha, as Paramatma. Daksha was meditating on the 8-handed form, and therefore the Lord reciprocated. See how he reciprocates. Who said that Krishna is not reciprocating? He reciprocates. Whatever form you want, he will reciprocate. Here we see very clearly, the Lord is coming in person. Where is the doubt there? The Lord is coming in person and talking, and the form which Daksha wanted it. 8-handed form, in a very gorgeous form. Then, why the Lord was pleased? Why the Lord was pleased? The Lord was pleased because he came. But why was he pleased? What's the reason behind that? What did Daksha do to please the Lord? Of course, austerities. There is another factor also. What is that? You're not answering my question. Anyone? Agriva, you're taking notes. Refer to your back notes, previous pages. No? Because, see, the Lord is a knower of everyone's heart. Correct? The Lord is present as Paramatma in everyone's heart. He knows everything. And therefore, he could also know the desire of Daksha. What was Daksha's desire? In line with the Lord's desire. Yes, sorry, what is that? Population, which is for the welfare of the world. And that is what Krishna wanted. Krishna is interested in the welfare of all the living entities. And because Daksha was in line with the Lord's desire, and therefore the Lord was pleased. And as we go further, Lord is also saying, because of your austerity and exalted devotion, I was moved. So the Lord was very pleased. And so he appeared in front of Daksha. So, in verse number 42, which we read, okay? Today we read 2 verses, 42 and 43. 42 did not have a purport. And therefore we moved on to 43. Now in the 42, I'm reading the translation of 42. Hare Krishna. We are reading the translation of 42. Although Prajapati Daksha could not say anything, when the Lord, who knows everyone's heart, saw his devotee prostrate in that manner and desiring to increase the population, he addressed as follows. So here, Daksha, after seeing the Lord, he was stunned, he could not talk. Yes? Why he could not talk? He was stunned. When we sometimes imagine, we all come together and we worship our Radha Ballabha, and suddenly Radha Ballabha comes out. How do we feel, 1 minute we'll be surprised, really? All that. Stunned. That is one reason. Now, our Acharya, Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur, he's a very powerful Acharya. What he is saying, very quickly we'll see. Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur comments that as waterfall fills the rivers, so Daksha's senses were filled with intense bliss of Lord Darshana. Because our senses, right? In our senses, see, we can see the form, we can hear, we can smell, we can taste, and we can touch. Okay, all these are there. When he saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all his senses were blissful and it was happy. Because of seeing the Lord's darshana. And because of that moment, he could not talk. See, at given point, either we are seeing, or we are touching, or we are talking, whatever may be, the senses, one sense is always incomplete in one sense, yeah? We are able to respond. But in Daksha's case, because he saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all his senses were in bliss because of the Lord's darshan. And therefore he was stunned. He could not utter, for a minute there was a gap. Can you imagine what he's saying? Can you think what's happening to him? So full, because eyes is seeing the Lord's form, and the Lord is talking to him. And because of that, he could not talk for a moment. Now the same thing happened to one more devotee in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Who is that? Very good. So what happened to him?
He went to the forest with the heart words of his stepmother's Surya, and then he got to the forest for 6 months to practice severe austerities, and then because it was his goal to reach Krishna was pleased. So before appearing to him, he asked his devotee Narada. So then he saw when we found it, and when he saw Vishnu Zuba, he got stunned. He also couldn't, he was
Why he was stunned?
because he was seeing the Lord personally.
He was seeing the Lord personally. And also, in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, what was happening is, he was meditating on the Lord, okay? Very deep inside the Paramatma, he was meditating. The 400 feature of the Lord. And he was seeing the Lord, meditating, he's seeing the Lord, concentration is in the heart, And suddenly 1 minute, or at a particular point, the Paramatma disappeared. He was, what is that? I was meditating on, say for example, we come here, Radha Vallabha, suddenly Radha Vallabha disappears. How do we feel? He was stunned and he opened the eyes and the Lord is standing in front of him. Paramatma came outside. And in that case, he was overwhelmed, and because he was a small boy. How old are you? 4. Now Dhruva Maharaj was 1 year elder to you. He was 5 years old. And because when Krishna came, he could not talk anything. He did not know how to glorify the Lord. And what did the Lord do?
Placed his shaft on the head of
Yes. And what did Dhruva Maharaj did immediately after that?
he was standing with Dasa.
Yeah. Continuously he was praying. Because the Lord touched the conch shell on Dhruva Maharaj's head. And Dhruva Maharaj started, praying and, offering prayers. This is how Krishna works. Okay. So, coming back to the 43rd verse today. We are just coming to today's verse, which is mainly Daksha's perfection. So, this verse is talking about Daksha's perfection. So, we are going to dwell on this verse. Now, this verse can be divided into 2 parts. Yes? Little bit technical, but not very technical. Yeah? So, this verse is divided into 2 parts. So all of you know maths. That's good. So, the first part is, the Lord is saying, what is the Lord saying? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Oh, most fortunate Prachetas, because of your great faith in me, you have attained the supreme devotional ecstasy. That is part 1. Yes? Now, the living entities who are born in this material world, gets a human form like us. All of us have got human form? Any doubt? Yes? Sure, right? We are humans. We have got this human form after 8.4 traveling or transmigrating through 8.4 million species of life. Can you imagine that? It's not easy getting a human form. So 8.4 million species we have traveled, we have gone through to get this human form. And after getting the human form of life, we have a choice. What is a choice? Come on. What is a choice we have got? Very good, very good. See, spot on. Haigriva is completely, hit on the point. Yes? We have got a choice. What is our choice after becoming a human being? Either to forget Krishna. Correct? We can forget Krishna. There is no pressure. No compulsion. You can forget Krishna. And, or, you can reconnect and do bhakti, isn't it? You have to connect back to Krishna. Because we have forgotten Krishna for a very long time. Yes? So, what is the first scenario if you forget Krishna? Yeah, that goes without saying. But before we are coming back again in this birth, what is the problem? Chaitanya Charitamrita gives a definition. Yeah? Madhya Leela 20.117. What did it say? Krishna bhuli se jiva anadi bahirmukh ata eva maya tera samsara dukh. For people who have forgotten Krishna, I'm not saying, Chaitanya Charitamrita is saying, for people who have forgotten Krishna from time immemorial, what will happen to them? The Maya Shakti of the Lord, which is the Lord's own energy, works in a different way. It captures the living entity. And the living entity being forgetfulness of Krishna, what does the Maya do? Samsara dukh. I'll read exactly what it does. Therefore, the illusory energy Maya of the Lord gives him all kinds of misery in this material world. Is that clear? If you forget Krishna, Maya captures you because you are showing your back to Krishna. He doesn't want. He wants a dealing. If you turn your back towards Krishna, you see Maya. If you see your front, then you keep Maya at the back. The moment you turn away from Krishna, the Lord's illusory energy captures you and gives you dukkha, miseries in life. And as you know, there are 7 kinds of miseries. What are the 7 kinds of miseries? Everyone knows that, yes? But the main thing is Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik, Adi Daivik. Trouble caused by your own body and mind. Yesterday we went to a program, the Western Suburb. Devotees. One of the Matajis has cancer. The doctor told, I believe, probably 1 to 2 months. Although we are all going to die, we are in a queue. Yeah? One person goes before, another person comes before, later. So we are not eternal, we are going to die. But in her case, a time is fixed. So that Mataji immediately took initiation from our Guru Maharaj. Trouble caused by the body and mind. Then trouble caused by the other living entities. Corona. You can't even see the form, but it's troubling us. Then trouble caused by demigods. On floods in Queensland and Sydney. So many properties damaged. in summer floods. So we can't help that. Because Maya is like that. I will give you trouble. If you go to the jail and say, I want to live peacefully, is it possible? You go to the hospital and say, I want to be healthy, is it possible? No. So therefore, Krishna is telling everyone, see, turn towards me. Do devotional service to me. Because in the spiritual energy, if you are in Krishna conscious, which is spiritual energy, there is no suffering. There is suffering only in the material energy. There is no suffering in the spiritual energy or Krishna consciousness. Look at all the devotees, blissful. Just like Daksha. All are blissful. Yes, we have to be. If you worship Krishna, you have to be happy, blissful. Yes. Are you following the class? Going to answer my question or no? There are a few more questions, okay? Yes, okay, that's good. Yes, thank you, Haigreva. It's a very good question. So, if you forget Krishna, Maya captures you. We can't help it, okay? Now, what? If I have been captured by Maya in my previous birth, and this birth I've taken, how can I reconnect to Krishna? How is it possible? I don't know Krishna, yeah? See, this birth, I want to become a devotee. I don't know the process. How can I connect back to Krishna? Because in my previous birth, I was a non-devotee. I don't know Krishna. And this birth also I was born. Yes, Prabhu?
By association.
Association. But how do you know? How do you know who is a devotee? How do you associate? You don't know anything about Krishna conscious. You don't know about St. Kilda areas existing or not. Or Albert Park is existing or not. You don't know anything. Now you know everything, so you're talking. What if you just landed in Victoria? You don't know anything. I did not know. For 6 months, I did not know anything. Again, our Shastra, Chaitanya Charitamrita, is our essence. Everything is answered there. 19.151. Everyone knows this. Correct, Prabhu? Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhaktilata Beach. So what is that? What does it say that? We are wandering. Melbourne, Singapore, USA, Ukraine. We are wandering. Russia. We have been wandering. But we don't know anything. Brahmanda Brahmite Kon. But by the grace of Krishna, Agyata Sukriti, you get to see a devotee like our Zakasam. He gives a book. Take the book. Oh, what is this book? I don't want. But you have seen Bhagavad Gita. Sukriti. Maybe this birth, I'll not become a devotee. But next birth is there, right? So Krishna will connect. Or some cake. Birthday party. I've taken one cake, which is a prasadam. See how it works? Or directly you come to Krishna. You take a prasadam. Gaura Purnima is coming this Friday. Take a little bit of prasadam. It works. Yes? So this is how it works. Devotees, all are going Harinam Sankirtan, Harinam, in the city. You don't want to hear, but still you hear. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you are captured. Like how Maya Shakti captures, in the same way, Krishna Shakti also, which is powerful, which is the superior energy of the Lord. Yeah? Out of the three energy of the Lord, material energy, spiritual energy, and the marginal energy, the Lord's spiritual energy is superior. Material energy is inferior energy of the Lord. And therefore, Krishna Shakti can even catch law in a great way. Any Krishna potent thing, chanting, prasadam, associated devotees, book, writing, talking, see, drawing, painting, all this very powerful. So, after going through that, through the association, good fortune, we see a devotee and we are attracted to this process. We don't want to go. We don't want to leave Krishna. And then what happens? There is no rebirth. You need not have to be born into the womb of a mother again. Krishna promises that. So, now, in the same verse where Chaitanya Charitamrita is spoken, Srila Prabhupada, our Founder-Acharya, is narrating a small story. All of you know that. What story is he narrating? He is telling the story of Narada Muni. Narada Muni, in the previous birth, was, you know Narada Muni, all of you know Narada Muni, right? Very exalted Vaishnava and a guru also, because he has elevated a lot of persons in Krishna consciousness, especially Daksha's grandfather. Yes? Prachiniya Bari is a devotee, is a disciple of Narada Muni. Yes, Prabhu? Correct, no? I'm not wrong. Okay. So, Narada Muni is a guru, exalted Vaishnava and very dear to Krishna. Narada Muni, in the previous birth, was a son of a maid servant. You know the maid servant, what does he do? What do she do? Now, what do the maid servant do normally? They go to house to takes up some cleaning jobs, or you know what I mean? Maid servant. Son of a maid servant. Now, during Chaturmasya, because of the good fortune, Narada Muni, when he was a boy, he happened to see the great Vaishnavas, Bhaktivedantas. So, he served them. How did he do? He obeyed their orders, served them, and took the remnants. That is why we should take the remnants of Krishna, Mahaprasadam. Very, very powerful. Then he had that only for a few months, and then obviously the next birth you could see he became a pure devotee, very exalted person. So this is known as Agyata Sukriti, which Chaitanya Charitamrita and Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that. So through that form, so we are all so lucky to get Agyata Sukriti and to be in Krishna consciousness. So this is how you reconnect back to Krishna. Someone will give you something regarding Krishna conscious, book or prasadam or anything or chanting, and to connect, and then you take up this process. Now, okay, we are talking about Daksha's perfection, right? Because he's seen the Lord. See, Daksha has seen the Lord, and the Lord is in front of him. The Supreme Personality of God is in front of him. We have seen that. So, Daksha's devotion is much higher than us. Correct? Yes or no? Certainly more than us. Because he's seen the Lord, he's pleased the Lord. Pleasing the Lord is important. And he has pleased the Lord and he has seen. But, question for you, all of you. But Daksha's devotion, when we compare to Narada Muni, is it higher or weaker? Daksha has seen the Lord. Narada Muni also seen the Lord. All same. But the question is Daksha's devotion higher or lower than Narada Muni? Why? Yes, correct. Because there was a motive behind Daksha. What was it? To enjoy the material nature. Yeah? He's attracted to, there is a hidden motive behind Daksha in his heart. The motive was hidden. But still, Lord did not mind. But what is our process? Why do we say that Narada Muni's is higher? Because the process given by Rupa Goswami, what is that? Definition of bhakti? Yeah, tell. You know that, right? Anya abhilashita sunyam, jnana karmadi anarvitam, anukulena Krishna anusilanam, bhaktir uttama. Highest pure love of Krishna is free from jnana and karma. No personal motivation or mental speculation. It has to go through Shastra, through the devotees, not mentally concocting. Maybe Krishna has got 5 hands, 4.5 hands. Yeah? Or 1.5 hands. Or 3.5 heads. All this concoction, no. He can have it. But no, we don't do that. So, yes, there was a motive behind Daksha. Yeah, personal desire. And therefore, the Lord also reciprocated. But in terms of love, that is not very pure. Because highest Krishna wants is pure love of Godhead. Pure bhakti. He's attracted by that. Now, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, he achieved the highest perfection. Yes? Complete perfection. He mentions, correct? What is that highest perfection? That is true, but for the time being, when Daksha saw the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he's seeing, and Srila Prabhupada says that's the highest perfection. Yes? So with reference to that, what is the highest perfection? Yes, Madhu. Having darshan. One sense, right? But I'm looking for that word. Yes, I agree. No, the highest perfection. Srila Prabhupada says, when you see the Lord, Daksha has got highest perfection. What does he mean? Srila Prabhupada, what is he talking? And he's also referring 8.15. If you see 8.15, you know the answer. I heard Lord. Having Lord? Having low attachment. Yeah, that is all correct. But, okay, let me break the ice. What Srila Prabhupada says is, this is what Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport of 8.15. Because Srila Prabhupada has written the verse, Srila Prabhupada mentions the verse 8.15. He also gives a translation of that verse, but the purport, we have to see what he means. Yeah. So if you go to 8.15 Bhagavad Gita verse, Srila Prabhupada says exactly this word. You're all correct in one sense, but what Srila Prabhupada says is only one sentence. Highest perfection means they only want Krishna and Krishna's association. Nothing else. That is the highest perfection. You know how Srila Prabhupada says. And that is highest perfection. So association, you always want to be with the Lord. That is highest. Because sometimes we want to be with the Lord, in the morning time. Then after 10 o'clock, we want our own time. Yes? Morning we will do everything. But after 10 o'clock, don't you ask me to do any devotion service. We want a break. Yes? But imagine 24 hours if you have to be with Krishna, you should have his association. Means what we should do? We have to please him. We have to be always with him. When we don't have this mentality, do you think Krishna will entertain us? I doubt. Yes? Yes, I agree. Say, for example, I'll tell you, Haigriva, from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, you should be with me. I'll take you to the Luna Park. He said, yes, Prabhu, yes. We are all going, okay? To the Luna, 10 to 12. Then I said, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we'll go to Gopal's and have some prashant. That's good. Then I'll say, 4 to 8, you come home. And you have to do my work. Then you will say, up to 2 o'clock I'll do, Prabhu, but this 4 to 8 I don't want. Correct? Then I'll think, okay. So the same thing, Krishna thinks, okay, 24 hours you don't want to be with me. I'll make some arrangement. You can serve me. Like that, Krishna decides. Because he's a person. He's a supreme person, unlimited person, unlimitedly powerful. Unlimitedly powerful. But he's a person who reciprocates, who sees everything. Because he's present as Paramatma. Very, very powerful. Everyone's heart is present as Paramatma. He knows everything. And therefore he reciprocates with one's desire, one's surrender process. And if you are not fully surrendered to him, he will not, may not be inclined so much. Although he's very kind, he will help us. But he also wants to know, okay, you don't want to be with me for 24 hours, okay, fine. Accordingly, he will deal, yeah? So, that is how it is. They want only Krishna's association. Do we really need that? Do we really want that? Srila Prabhupada says, only Krishna and Krishna's association. Only Krishna and Krishna's association. Nothing else. See, Srila Prabhupada says, nothing else. Are we in that platform? Then it's difficult. Then we cannot go to the highest perfection of life. Srila Prabhupada's comment, yeah? You understand the point? We want Krishna, we love Krishna consciousness, everything good. But you want only Krishna, nothing else. Are we like that? Then that is Srila Prabhupada talks as a highest perfection. Srila Prabhupada's caliber. Always Krishna conscious. Nowhere outside of the material world. Not in the three modes at all. Always in the transcendental mode. Always. This is a caliber of a person.
Gopis want it.
That's why Krishna has given himself to gopis. He wants, they want it, they're fulfilling his desire and is pleased. So he said, take myself, do whatever you want. Krishna gives. Can we get Krishna like that? Very high level. So just theoretically at least we know what it is. Yeah? And therefore, in order, there's a solution also. Yeah? In order to proceed towards the higher levels of ecstasy, yeah, which Daksha is experiencing, as experience, and if we want to experience, then what we have to do? We have to go through the 9 stages of bhakti. What are they? Starting with Shraddha. The stages we are going for pure bhakti. Yeah? What is Shraddha? Shraddha is a small faith you get. First time you come to the temple, you look at Radha Vallabha, someone chants Hare Krishna, you like it. He said, yes, tomorrow also I'm going to come. Faith, that builds up. Faith, Shraddha, is a starting point in our Krishna conscious progression. Yeah? And then the next one is Sadhu Sangha, association of devotees, very, very important. And through that, Bhajana Kriya, yeah, you take initiation, proceed. Then Anatha Nivriti. See, Sadhu Sangha and Bhajana Kriya very important for Anatha Nivriti. As long as you don't have Sadhu Sangha, you don't do Bhajana Kriya, there is no way Anatha Nivriti. You're going to purify yourself. It's not possible. Yes? It's like a carriage which is driving you. If you want to proceed further, like a horse carriage, the horse has to pull. So, Sadhu Sangha and Bhajana Kriya should proceed. Then only Anatha Nivriti will go. In between, if you disconnect, I don't want devotees. I'm sick of them. I want a break from devotion service. Yeah? Boring chanting. We'll stop for some time. Then Anatha Nivriti will bundle up. So therefore, Chanting should continue. Association of devotees also should continue. Then anartha nivritti will go. And then, what's the next one? Anartha nivritti means clearing unwanted desires. There are some desires in the heart. It has to go slowly. Then nishta. Then steadiness comes. Steadiness or firm faith. Then comes ruchi, which is a taste. And then ashakti, attachment to the holy name. Unless there is steadiness, and ruchi, attachment to the holy name will not come. One has to progress beyond nishta to get attachment. Otherwise, our attachment is only preliminary, 1 minute we are attached, next minute, 1 minute we are jumping up and down, next minute it goes away. So nishta level has to be maintained. Then ruchi comes. And then, what is that? Ashakti, attachment to holy name. Bhava, preliminary ecstatic love. And then comes the final love of God, which is prema. So we have to go through that. Sometimes it is said the anartha nivritti itself will take a couple of births. Yes? So, very interesting point. Very interesting. Note this point. To substantiate, to illustrate this point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Shistashakam, verse number 4, what did he say? Sundari, Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatar Bhaktir Agaituki. So, we have to do devotion service birth after birth. Yes? Why did he say that? Why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say birth after birth? Whereas Srila Prabhupada, the Founder-Acharya, said one birth, okay? Do devotion service nicely, follow the principles, and then you can go back. Srila Prabhupada said. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, birth after birth. I want it. Costless devotion service. Why?
Because if we go to this birth, if we stop chanting, then we can get detached.
And we'll come back, right? Correct. That is also there. Now, the other reason is, in one birth is very difficult process actually. It is nice process. Yeah? See, Krishna conscious means climbing a mountain. How many persons are interested in climbing a mountain? Do you like to climb mountain? See, it's right there. Do any of you like to climb mountain? No, because why? It's scary, right? See, it is like this mountain. You go some 100 feet, and then you are scared or something, you don't have a grip, whatever may be, you fall down. And what happens? Next birth. Correct? Very scary. So Krishna conscious is like climbing a mountain like this. Not many people are interested. So what happens? There is a probability that we may be 50% successful in this birth. Yeah? We want, say, 80 to 100%. Just giving a theoretical idea. So, we did 50%, Prabhu. Spot on, 50%. But still we did not make it. So, what happens? In the next birth, we can continue from where we have left. Because we are doing sadhana bhakti, we can continue. See, this is what is the interior motive. Unlike your bank balance, Krishna conscious is not like that. You can, if I leave from 50, next birth I can start from 50.1, Prabhu, not 51. Yeah. So I'm just saying. So we start from 50, Prabhu. It's 50.1 like that. And then we go from, of course, we'll come to 51 like that. So, this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, birth after birth. Very important point. We must do devotion service. Then, at one birth, we are sure. Isn't it? Correct? One birth, we are sure to go back. So, that is why every birth we should do it Krishna conscious. Very important. Chetu, do you do Krishna conscious next birth also? But hopefully this birth, if you go, that's no need. But in case, yeah? Next birth, if you come back, will you do Krishna conscious? You don't know? Then Krishna will say, I don't know too. You should say, yes, I will do. Okay. Now, Daksha was experiencing spiritual ecstasy when he was doing devotion service. Suppose we don't do devotion service, can we experience ecstasy? Why? Without Krishna consciousness, I want to experience spiritual ecstasy. Is it possible? Huh? Prabhu is going extreme. Yes, there is a material way, of putting some pills and all that. No, that is not the point. I'm just trying to emphasize upon. It's not possible. Without Krishna consciousness, it's not possible. Why? Why, without worshipping Krishna, you can attain spiritual ecstasy? Why? Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita. Where does he say? 8.55. Bhaktya mam abhijaneti. If you want to realize Krishna, he said, this is a process. Take this Melway. Yeah? Google Map. Take this. This is a way to come to me. If you don't want Google Map, forget me. And if you forget Krishna, what will happen? We discuss. Lord's own energy will take over. What is that? Energy. So Krishna has given an option indirectly, very diplomatically. Okay, if you come to me and be in Krishna conscious spiritual energy, the Maya will not touch you. But if you don't want me, my own energy, material energy, which is very powerful, that will take control of you and will give you problems. That's it. So in one sense we are trapped. So why can't we face towards Krishna and show our back towards Maya? That's what Krishna wants. But what we want is, we want to face Maya and show our back to Krishna. That is where all this problem. Bahirmukh, showing your back. So what is the remedy? Samamukh. We have to turn towards Krishna. As long as there is Bahirmukh, turning your back, there will be problems. So we have to turn towards Krishna. Samamukh. So this is what is part 1. Okay? So probably we should finish by 10 o'clock, I think. Yeah, okay. No, all are scared. No, this is part 1 is very important, so we finish. Part 2 we are saying, what is part 2 of this verse? Is, indeed, because of your austerities, Krishna, Vishnu is speaking to Daksha, okay? Lord is speaking. Very important. Lord is speaking from his lotus mouth. Like how he spoke Bhagavad Gita, same Lord. Indeed, because of your austerities, combined with exalted devotion, your life is now successful. You have achieved complete perfection. Why? Because you have seen me. It's not easy to see Krishna. The moment you see Krishna, there is no rebirth for you. By hook or crook, say for example, somehow Krishna appears and you see Krishna, you are a demon, no rebirth for you. That is how it works. So powerful. Complete perfection because you've seen me. Okay? Now here, questions, guys. To be successful like Daksha, what we should do? Because Daksha has seen the Lord. Yes? He has seen the Lord spoke to him, and he was in spiritual ecstasy because all his senses were satisfied. Isn't it? When we eat so much, when we see a nice movie, when we hear a song, we are happy. But by seeing the Supreme Lord, all your senses will be happy. Yes? So, please help me. What is the answer for this? To be successful like Daksha, what we should do, which is already in the purport, in the translation. What we should do? We should be Bahirmukh to Krishna. Correct? Yes? We should turn towards Krishna. So what is that Daksha is doing? What is that Krishna is explaining? If you do the same thing like Daksha, they can also see Krishna. That's what the Lord is talking. If you want to see me, do what Daksha wants. What did he do? What did he do? Haigriva, read the purport. Not the purport, translation. Indeed, because of your austerities combined with exalted devotion, your life is now successful. So we should also do like Daksha. What we should do? We should do austerities and exalted devotion. What is our austerity? Go into the St. Kilda water for 5 days. Don't breathe. Go with oxygen cylinder. And then come out powerful like Daksha and burn all the trees. No. Then what is our austerity? What's our austerities, Mataji? Get up early, all that. That is, our austerity in Kali Yuga is to follow the 4 regulative principles. Srila Prabhupada mentions. That is our austerity, yeah? You need not have to go into the beach with oxygen cylinder. Yes? Agriva? No need. Just breathe the oxygen which Krishna has given and follow the principles. That is our austerity. An exalted devotion. What is that? Hearing and chanting Krishna's name. Yes? Hearing, chanting. Fundamental principles of devotion service. Hearing and chanting. One must hear and one must chant Krishna's name. Very, very basic thing one should do for Krishna. Basic. Like ABCD. One must hear about Krishna. One must chant Krishna's name. Okay? And then, what is our austerity we discussed? Now, we are almost finished now. Just a few more points. Now, what is the other point we have to understand here is, very important point is that, Krishna recognizes all the activities in ISKCON. He doesn't differentiate. Any activity is pleasing to the Lord. Yeah? From Daksha, we understand that increasing the population is also pleasing to Krishna. Any task given by Krishna, if you do that task, whatever may be, going for a job, taking after your family, etc., etc. Yeah? For you going to school, that is a task. You have to do that. By doing that, Krishna will be happy. You have to do our prescribed duties. Then the Lord is happy. So, every services are the same. And therefore, we have to do some service to Krishna to get connected back to Krishna. In the translation, we are quickly summarizing. Srila Prabhupada talks in 8.15. What does he say? Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Very, very important point. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. This point, Srila Prabhupada once, in the room of Calcutta, in his room, someone has given him a Time magazine. He looked at the Time magazine just for a short while and he threw the magazine on his desk. Srila Prabhupada said, "What is this magazine? It's full of news about murders and demons." At that time, when? This is about 30, 40 years back. So the news is full of about demons and murderers. Therefore, he threw that. Why? Because that is reflecting. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. If you go to a rose garden, what smell do you get? Nice rose smell, right? In the same way, if you see calamities around you, what does it mean? You think that we are in a heaven? Hell. Everywhere, right? Someone is bombing some country, someone is taking troops, left and right, they're doing all this nonsense. What does it mean? Are we living in a peaceful society? No, everywhere problem. So this is what is that. We have to open our eyes and see. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Everywhere there's a problem. You go outside, problem. You park your car there, there's a problem. You hit someone else, problem. Everywhere problem. That is what Srila Prabhupada is making. See? And finally, one should have knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important. We are finishing off this with this. Knowledge means to differentiate between matter and spirit. As long as one does not have this knowledge, very difficult. If someone doesn't know that we are the soul, right? No matter whatever you say, they will not know. And therefore, if you see the process of bhakti, Krishna consciousness, what knowledge does it give to you? Haigriva, in Krishna consciousness, all this we are reading, right? It's a knowledge. What knowledge does it give to us? By learning Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, nectar of devotion, instructions, all this. What is the knowledge we are gaining? Yes. What knowledge do we get from these books? How to? Heart, yes. Love for Krishna. Yes. Advanced in Krishna consciousness, very good. All these are good. But yes, good. Almost good. Yes, let us say the equivalent answer. Yes.
How to act on a spiritual platform to differentiate from material.
Correct. Correct. That is jnana, knowledge. But yeah. Yes. All correct. But through the process of bhakti, you know the controller of matter and spirit. See, one knowledge is to differentiate between matter and spirit. Okay, this is matter, it's not moving. I am moving my hand, so I have got a spirit soul. There is a soul inside me, okay? If I die, the soul goes away. As long as the soul is there, I am able to move and dance. Yes? That is difference between matter and soul. But higher than that is the matter and soul. Both the controller is Krishna. This knowledge you will get only by practicing Krishna consciousness. You need not have to do anything. Chanting and hearing Krishna's name. That's it you have to do. Fundamental principles of devotion service. Hearing and chanting about Krishna. Today you heard about Krishna, then you will know. You know that Lord is a controller of matter and spirit. So that is the process of bhakti which is giving. Yeah? And that is what Daksha has attained. He knew everything matters, everything existing. The Lord is a controller. And therefore, through the process of bhakti, exalted devotion, he is able to attract the Lord, the controller of matter and spirit, who is none other than Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, I think all of you look tired, so we'll stop here. I wanted to go up to 10 o'clock, being Ekadashi, but because all of you are tired, we will stop, yes? For you, there's a separate class, because you have just come now. There is a special class for you, okay? No, 9:30 to 10 o'clock after breakfast, because we have to recap, okay? All right, so we will stop. Any questions or comments, corrections? Yes, Prabhu.
You always tell some stories.
I've told Narada Muni story. Okay, we'll stop here. Gantaraj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nithai Gaura Premanandi. Guru Maharaj ki